Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon ทำแฉสีการ
Happy Saturday.
What y'all eat today?
today
What the?
What's the lunch?
魚頭米 I'm still so hot from my 魚頭米
I couldn't
so
remember.
difficult to 打包 now
Yeah, what did I eat?
You can't remember what you eat, Michael.
that is only 2 hours ago or probably
Yes.
Oh yes. I met our own Hainanese chicken rice.
This chicken rice thing I eat until wow very sian already that I don't want to have chicken rice anymore.
Yeah, the thing is
I know it's the easiest lah.
But the thing is that the one thing about chicken rice is a lot of people they always go to supermarket, they buy those they buy those Hainanese chicken rice spice and all that, etc. Which costs 6 ringgit to 7 ringgit, and then they use it for one time. Yeah, some of the taste can actually make you feel tired one. Then I know. But believe it or not, previously I did until I experimented it. Basically using using chicken stock. You can actually do a proper chicken stock in it. You use a chicken stock, basically put hot water, you melt it, use 2 cubes. 2 cubes is perfect. 2 cubes is perfect for the rice portion of 2 people. I think that's perfect already. And then after that, once you done up the chicken stock soup, you know how every time when you cook the rice, okay, this is a very lazy fella way of cooking. Every time you cook the rice, you tend to put water inside, isn't it? You put the water before the rice cook, right? You don't put plain water. You put exactly that chicken rice cube water and pour inside. You pour it in while it's still hot. But at the same time, of course, before you pour it in, you put 2 chicken inside. Then you pour it in. That's the reason why. Because when the rice cooker start, number one, the whole chicken stock is gonna go absorb into the rice, which is perfect. Number two, the whole juiciness from the chicken, because when it's cooked, the juice will come out, it will flow down to the rice. Just perfect.
Wow. You are like a professional cook leh.
Yeah.
Like that. But that's a very lazy way to cook
Thinking this is pakwa on property or on
I teach you all how to cook.
Never mind. We get some ingredients. Okay, recipe first. Okay, then after that we cook ourselves because we cannot let Michael, so we cannot do anything.
whatever he's telling you
We have
nice
to
or not
do
nice.
ourselves. What?
Yeah, no matter he tell you nice or not nice, it's based on his standard because we cannot taste anyway.
Yes.
But then again, my standard is then which one way is true because my standard here is I have a very heavy taste so most of the time some people will put 1 cube or etc. or 1 portion of ingredient. I normally will put 2. Even better, I put 3. If I can abuse, I even put 5. So depending.
That's why you start by selling your Wagyu beef, right? Oh, must be good business style.
Oh, there was Wagyu initially it was good until started out of nowhere. Because to let some of the people knows, because our company we have a division actually selling F&B, so selling Wagyu and Fagua. Supposing it was okay, since the end of last year, until started out of nowhere, the whole Malaysia are doing it. You know what's the funniest thing? We even found out. I think just a few weeks ago, we even found out some fella to a point. They shamelessly do up one whole Facebook page and copy our name. Name and then put it there. So when a customer come and ask, "Hey, are you the same company?" And then they'll say, "Yes." How we know this? Because that customer came to us. "Hey, you have another page?" You said, "No." So you reach to a point, and then after that you look around the whole Facebook. Suddenly out of nowhere, everyone flying, selling what you are here, there, left, right, center, and some of them are selling a very cheap wire to the point that you kind of ask yourself the question: are they actually real? Because let's be honest. Some people for those people who really love their Wagyu, they can tell. For most of the people, they just like trying 1 time or 2 time only. I guarantee you. You ask yourself this: if you ever try Wagyu, can you tell or not? You can probably tell because of the shape, color, etc. But some of them can be.
But the taste, Yeah, you don't know the taste, ma.
Correct.
The texture.
Correct. But it's not just that, because the majority of them the majority of the Malaysian consumer, when it comes to Wagyu, a lot of them are first time. So even the taste, they also couldn't tell. They would think that, oh, this is what you taste. So interesting. But other than Wagyu, let's move on to property gossip. So to let everyone knows, so basically what this life is all about is the fact that we are talking. What Ivy said previously in the last episode, we're not selling, we're not talking about some serious stuff or what's going on, etc. This is a moment that we come here to Bakwa. It's just a very light-hearted conversation, telling you guys, do you know what sort of interesting story going on in some of the buildings here in Malaysia, or some of the interesting story going on in Malaysia? So that's the very reason. Hence the very reason why this topic is called property gossip. So here to introduce, my name is Michael. I come from CSL Solution. We are actually property asset management. We actually manage properties for the homeowners. What I have here is there's Ping, and then there's AIV. Both of them are actually from Redfield. They are licensed real estate agents, and they are very responsible. I mean, the fact that they came from Redfield, really long. They have the core value. All right then.
Thank you for the interesting introduction. Yeah.
So, I mean, the most important thing is that at least all of us here, we actually come from the same line, and that's in the funnier part is that's where most of the story can come out. That's where most of the funny story will come out the umbrella. Okay. All right. Then. So, other than that, now basically to recap what's going on, what was the last episode? Now, the episode 1 was actually talking about how a long-term tenant trash out your place. How they actually and trash out your place. For those of you who didn't manage to watch it, well, no issues. You go back to Ask My Property Facebook, and you just scroll down there. There's a video. You can watch the whole thing. So supposing it's supposed to be 30 minutes long, but suddenly out of nowhere, it ended up 1 hour long. I guess everyone want to hear more about how the property kind of trash. Very cynical. Anyway, so because of that, because we are talking about a lot of the previous episode, we talked a lot about the long-term tenant and trashing a place. Now, today we're gonna move on. We're gonna move a little bit which is quite controversial, very controversial actually. Why is it? Because this is the part we are now talking about Airbnb. You heard that right? Airbnb.
Yes.
But wait a minute, Michael. A minute. Get our audience to like our page.
Oh yes.
Share our page. And also to receive our notification next time when we have our next episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it is. So please remember to like our page, share our page so that more people can come and part with us. Today is Saturday, best time to part.
Correct. Not to mention
coming in already, say hi to us, okay? And then just let us know you are in.
Okay. And for those of you who actually come and join us, well, thank you for your time. Again, as mentioned, it's all about part. If you have something you want to part, join us as well. Give us your story as well. So we can see how funny story going on in Malaysia. Okay.
Yes. It's going to be very interesting Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, hamcha.
Okay.
Hamcha. Correct. Yeah.
So that's the case. Let's start?
Yeah, maybe you should start.
All right.
Keep the ball rolling.
Okay. So let's go. So previously I was talking about the long-term rental, how tenants trash in there. Of course, I was using a building as an example, which is a Merkur Summer Suite. For those of you who do not know, it's actually a Merkur Summer Suite just behind Radisson Hotel in KLCC, quite nearby to KL there at Jalan Cendana. Now, of course, there's a very reason why I choose this very special building. It's due to the fact that, yes, number one, it is a very foreigner hotspot. Number two, it is a very heavy Airbnb hotspot.
Yes.
To give you a whole idea, this place is so much of a hotspot to the point that when I first started off long time ago, how many years can't remember, doing Airbnb, That's where I learned the rope. Believe it or not, a lot of people, a lot of newcomers also went there to learn the rope.
That property is like how many years already, actually?
Long time, if I'm not 6 years, if I'm not wrong, six years already. So the funny thing about Summer Suite, is the fact that it initially was built as an office. That's the interesting part. It was built as an office by UUM. That's the very reason why you guys are, when you walk into Summer Suite, you walk down the lobby. I guarantee you, despite of all the homestay, whatever, the lobby reminds you of office. Even the lighting looks like office. That's Summer Suite.
When you was the VP that time, I went there once, and I was looking at it. It's like very office, and it looks like a homestay. And then after that, I mean, it was quite a successful transformation. Then that they actually have this like Airbnb was a very bright idea. Actually.
Correct. Because what you say is true. Because when you first started off as office, they started to realize that there has a bit of issues in grabbing tenants. In fact, until now, when you go to Summer Suite, there are still few tenants, office tenants, but very few. You just imagine one whole building, 2 blocks, they have a total number of units of 800. 800, almost less than around 20 are companies' tenants. That's how low it was. It reached the point that that's the very reason why a lot of people, they use it to convert it to Airbnb. And then it becomes what it is. Apparently, initially it was just a few units. Then I think, a few property guru bought a few units. They also come together. They put the drop 20 units into Airbnb, 30 units into Airbnb. Then poof, everyone do Airbnb. That's how they all know it. You got one whole Summer Suite become Airbnb. Apparently that's how
apparently there was this one point of time where suddenly there's a lot of Airbnb operators, or even wants to be Airbnb operators. So they will just take like 1-2 units, like probably like testing out the market. The first place they will go is there.
Correct.
It's like a training ground, It's like a training ground.
In fact, it was a training ground. It was because back then, me and two more colleagues, when we first started out, that was a long time ago, we actually took 1 unit first. And then, of course, my colleague was actually asking, hey, Michael, what happened if, let's say, we fail? Then we said, no, never mind. If we fail, we just make this place into our own private party house. But
because you're talking about 1 year, right?
Correct, 1 whole year. You have a 1 whole year party house. Use it, whatever, in KLCC.
Yeah.
But of course, after that, interestingly, we never come to the point. We never even stay there for fun. It was really so busy. And that was the point that you can actually see why a lot of people go there and do it as their training ground. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword. It also brings a lot of very questionable people. And I don't mean just Airbnb guests, even operator. Some of the operator was so questionable to the point that this fellow actually got isolated by the entire Airbnb operator in the building. And he was so
being boycott, is it? It's like being boycott.
Is it boycott? It's not just boycott. He was also headhunted. He was also people. Some other operator was actually trying to hunt him because of some whatever thing. And that's the very reason here's the gossip comes. So that's where every one of you, if you're interested about this, do share and like, and at the same time, I will tell my stories.
Okay. The people who are here now, please say hi to us so that we feel more motivated to continue our stories. Our八卦. Come on, say hi to us, whoever is here now.
Come. I want someone like our page, okay? But if you can, you say hi to us, okay? And we continue our八卦today.
Say hi to us, tell us that you are here, so we have more story to kepo.
Okay.
Or you want to kepo your story also can.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we continue? Yeah.
Okay. So to carry on the story, basically what happened here in Summer Suite is like this. Summer Suite actually has a lot of Airbnb operators, many hosts. even until now, I think how many years already? I'm still in that group chat. Well, I have to anyways, because our company actually also managing some of the units over there for some of the owners. So until now, I mean, let's be honest, at least now it's okay, but not as wild west as before. Back in, I think I give you 2016. I think 2015 was more or less around there. The whole place is a wild town. Now, of course, when to some of you who actually done Airbnb or who's operating in Summer Suite, you probably already get an idea that problematic guests, they're normal. They're everywhere. It's something that comes along the line, comes along with your work line. You have to deal with it. But what happened if, let's say, you do also have another operator who just as, can I use the word, who's just as scumbag as some of the problematic guests you have ever gone through. There's this. It's actually happened like this. You see the thing is the fact that in Summer Suite, a lot of owners, they just want to get their property rented out. It's fair. Nothing wrong with it. You want your property to get rented out, and then you earn your yield, get back the investment. That's fine, no issues. But the fact that because it's being KLCC, it's not just a lot of time. Sometimes some of the owners do not even know that the people they do not want to rent are renting, and that comes a lot of issues. And why is this happening? It's happening because, especially some agents over there, some property agents. I say some, not these two beautiful ladies. Okay, they are some agents.
Put disclaimer.
I wouldn't put disclaimer there. But some agents they normally love to take Airbnb business. Why? Very, very easy. Ask yourself this. Normally how many units an Airbnb operator want? I can dare to tell you, limitless. As long as a business, they will keep growing. I have even seen someone who grew initially for 3 units, flew all the way to 100 units, spread out over to the next door and planted them the face. And because of that, most of the time, ask yourself this: if you're the agent, you would follow him. After all, it's a continuous business. Can you imagine every single time this Airbnb operator rent from you, and then the rental is actually 2002 to 2005. If you're lucky, he rent and planted them. That's like 4,000 right there, 4,000 to even 5,000 before MCO. 4,000 to 5,000. Can you imagine that if this one operator who keep renting from you 1 month, you'll be having a new transaction of maybe 3 or 4 or 5 transactions for one operator. Now, imagine Summer Suite alone. Now, I counted roughly have about 60 operators. You were even able to capture just, enough 10. If you even can just capture 5 operators, 5 very active operators to serve, can you imagine the amount of cash flow keep coming? And because of that, most of the time, believe it or not, this agent, owners will always think that the agent will act for them. But in fact, most of the time, it's actually the agent acting for the operator. Hence the very reason why this agent sometimes send some tenant profile to the owner saying that this person is a good tenant, he's been with me for a long time, he worked from this company, etc., etc., etc. I guarantee you, sometimes, especially in KLCC, sometimes they are Airbnb operator.
I experienced a lot like that, So sometimes, actually they are like really the black sheep in the market. Really,
they are.
Because I also hear a lot of stories from my owners whereby they tell them, oh, this is for a long-term tenant, but it turns out that actually is an Airbnb operator.
Right.
Yeah, and some of the Airbnb operator, right, they are so smelly in the market already.
Oh, yes.
I'm not saying, they're so smelly in the market. Don't even have to mention that. They say no. Actually, right now, I think because of MCO and things like that, right, they have actually a change already. There's a shift in the market. Right now, it's like the minute they hear is Airbnb, oh, no, please. I don't want.
Correct.
I only want to look for long term. Yeah. That were the times when you were doing that. Yeah, I agree with you a lot. But usually there is also a few there is actually two sides of the coin. Two sides of the coin. One side is that an agent. I mean, the agent also got different side of coins lah. Because we also ever met with like operators trying to press the owner's price at nobody's business. And then and also there are also operators that comes there and they know that particular unit that they want, and they get like 5 or 10 agents going to talk to the owner to press down the price.
Correct. Because some of them they work in a team. They work in a team that then they make it seem like there's a lot of offer coming here, etc.
Correct. And usually when this happens, right, actually the person who is at the disadvantaged end is actually the owner themselves. And also they make the environment very not friendly anymore. I mean, even though we know that there is competition there, but it's like really trying to kill one another because everyone is there. Because some of the this kind of rental, right, the agents comes and go. But ultimately, which are the agents that is going to be there for long is the one that is the more reliable one.
True. That is very true.
So they make each other reputations bad. Yeah.
And
also
it's more like they are there to hit and run. No? I do your business one time, then next time got anything happens to you, then I'm just gonna tell you bye. It's not my problem.
Yeah, 唔關我事. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, it's not just, honestly speaking, when you talk about it, it's not just agent. I think some of you have heard about Speed Home, right?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Do you believe that they are now Airbnb operator using Speed Home to get units? Which is understandable because it's cheaper for them. I don't need to pay.
Correct.
Yes. And
the very because
are they using the name?
Sorry?
Are they using the same name?
No, I don't. So most of them using Speed Home. What they did was they actually using their own personal name. In fact, I even got one. In fact, it's not because our company is also doing zero rental deposit. I also got one who actually, this guy is very honest lah. He actually asked me saying that, can I rent a unit because I want to do Airbnb? Very honest.
Okay.
My customer is like that one. Very cute one. But the problem is the more honest they are, owners sometimes also like the one. There is two types of owners. One thing is that I appreciate that you are being so upfront to me. The other one is that you're too upfront to me already. I'm scared.
Well, the thing is, he has his perks. But anyway, moving back to Summer Suite. So the thing is that because of that, you have all these agents who's serving all this specific Airbnb. But however, there will become a point that some of the agents, they also have a limitation to serving certain Airbnb operator in Summer Suite. You see, the thing is you just imagine this is an Airbnb operator who something happened behind him to the point that even agents themselves are afraid to curse their owners or to bring curse to their owners. That was how bad this Airbnb operator is. In fact, as what I mentioned before in the previous episode, word travel fast in a building. Gossip travel, rumor travel very fast. It wasn't long that almost all the agents in that building alone, Summer Suite building alone, afraid to serve that one particular operator. But of course, no matter what, there will still be one or two agents who brave enough to do it because money. He can really expand really fast. But then again, his expansion is also question mark. I'll tell you why. Now you see, basically this operator, what he does is, now before that, some people may ask me, especially since this has been KLCC, He's quite famous for it. Now, the operator is a local. It's a local Malaysian. It's not a foreigner. Because to some people, some of you who do not know, in KLCC, when it comes to Airbnb, surprisingly, a lot of foreigners doing it, even especially from Iranian. Don't know why, but you always see their face. Now, basically, what this operator did was, he's very interesting. He expand, I dare to say, very fast. Back then, when I look at his profile, he expand from what's the building called? Sky. It's not Sky Suite. There's another Sky by SP Satya. What is it? Eco Sky.
Eco.
No, it's not Eco Sky. There's can't remember.
KL Eco Sky. KL Eco Sky. Is it?
KL Eco Sky. I think it's KL. No, different one. That one is also.
Satya.
Yes, Sky Resident. Yes. Sky Residence. Sky Residence. This is the guy who first started off over there, and then he alone, from what I got alone or maybe got another fella. He alone can able to spread his territories, Airbnb territories, from Sky Resident all the way to Regalia, all the way to Summer Suite, all the way to Platinum, even when the Chris finally VP, all the way to the Chris, and then to Voltex, and on and on. One fella, you just imagine that. So it wasn't. You shouldn't be a surprise when, if let's say there are one or two agents who want to earn their money, they know this is a guy to follow. So, but however, this guy there, he has a bit of issues. You see, the thing is that the problem with his expansion is not much of an expansion. You guys have to be aware. You see, this is also one of the very reasons why some of the owners, they're afraid to rent to Airbnb. Due to the fact that you see, this guy, what he's doing here is the fact that when every single time an operator, when he rent a property to Airbnb, he needs to pay 3.5 months, isn't it? 1 month advance rental and 2.5 months of deposit. Correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Perfect.
He asked for a lesser deposit.
Correct. Now, in fact, it's not just that. If he got a chance to ask for a lesser deposit, he got a chance. But if he doesn't, that's okay. Because that is not the main point he's aiming for. The main point he's aiming for is the fact that, okay, he put in 3.5 months. So that is his cost, isn't it? Now, 3.5 months. Can you, any of you guess 3.5 months? If I put 3.5 months of 2002 to rent a unit in Summersway, how many months do I need to do to break even? How many months?
I think around 2 months. 2 months plus 2 months, about the same, or maybe
2 months.
1 month.
No, 1 month is possible, but it's a bit rushing, depending on the season. But 2 months, 2 to 3 months. So basically, he just need to aim for that 2 to 3 months. So when he's aiming for that 2 to 3 months, once he got it, he will carry on moving to 6 months when he's earning his money. So after 6 months, the 6 month rental, he started to stop paying. Okay, I think you guys already start to see the issues right here. He stopped paying. And then he earned the entire 6 month clean and proper cash. And then he just disappeared. Do you guys get an idea how his scheme works?
Wait, let me just recap. You're saying he will still pay the standard deposit 2.5 months.
Correct.
He was still total is still 3.5 months lah. But the second month, does he still pay?
He still pay. He will keep paying until 5th month, but on the 6th month he stopped. But if on the 5th month he got a chance to not pay for whatever reason, he will go for it. So sometimes if he's lucky, it'll be 5 to 6 months he didn't make any payment, save him around 4,004 or even 5,000 depending on some of the units. And at the same time, can you guys imagine, it saved him 4 to 5,000, and at the same time he earned the amount of money per month, which is on a good year lah. By the way, this was back in 2016 lah. I think 5K was very easy. You just imagine 2 months, that's 10K, and plus this without any paying any rental, he literally on these 2 months make 15K clean. Don't talk about the utilities. Utilities was so meager to that point he can just give it. The most important part is he can earn 5 figures clean from 1 unit. Now you just imagine him doing it, keep continuously. That was how he plays his game. Or whether or not he done it intentionally, or he actually done it because he really couldn't hold. But the fact is, it happened too often. Too often to the point that the agent afraid of him. Even the other Airbnb operator afraid of him. Because why? When I was in that group chat, it was so common because especially during peak season. Believe it or not, during peak season, in the operator group chat, most of the time the operator will try to check each other if they have any room, so that they can list their room, borrow their room, and then they pay their fee, etc. So it's a very common thing. It's very common that operator, they actually do cross sell one another, which is nice in that thing. But this is a guy who are so famous that every single time, I think I see too many times in that same group chat. And the funniest thing is that people still rent to him. I think maybe one
because rental market, they don't know who we cannot check the profile, we don't have like secrets.
Correct.
Yeah, we cannot check how. So actually it comes to a sense, is like how we going to justify the tenant is able to pay the rent. Until sometimes we do like question whether our tenant can pay the rent or not.
Actually, you will only know it after 2 months later, because 1 month you come on, second month, something is not right. Macam any renter, third month you will GG already.
Yeah.
But it's not just that, because sometimes he asks his because he also hired foreigner. He hired foreigners to do his work. So sometimes his foreign worker in the group chat also ask for a unit available. So because there are some of the other operators, they do not know it was him. And it happened too often in the group chat that after he got a unit from some innocent operator, the guest came in, stayed at the other operator unit, and then after it has been done, and then went out, this fella doesn't pay that operator. And it pissed quite a number of those other innocent people, because as mentioned too many times in the group chat, I always see out of nowhere this fella send a message say, where is that guy? He owing me money. Where is him? You still haven't paid me money, all that sort of thing. I believe there was one time this person was also in the group chat. The funniest thing is, this person, the fact that he's owing money to this person, he got a boss to scold him back, saying that, why are you asking money from me? Your unit is horrible. My guest was complaining. I'm not going to pay for that. You see how this is going on?
This must be, I mean, I don't know, but not being racist or whatever, there is this particular, foreigner, not our Malaysian, they really have this kind of thing on it. It's like they are in Ford, but they talk Thai Sang Korean.
Oh, yeah.
They talk louder than you, and then sometimes
yes.
Yeah, because of this, sidetrack a bit. I got one very funny person who wants to look for long-term rent. Okay, so apparently this guy is also, I think he's also doing some Airbnb businesses lah. He doesn't have any rooms on hand. He has nothing, but he knows the operator there. So he is like doing a referral business lah. Let's say today, Ping tell me, hey, do you have a room in this place? I can find for you. Then after that, he will go and get this operator in this particular condo and says that, okay, this is the room. And then he actually probably earn the difference in between. Okay, that's fine. So when he comes to me, he tells me he wants to move to this place for a long-term staying. I say, okay, so what are you looking for? And then he knows this unit so well until he has a very specific design that he wants or layout that he wants. I say, fine. But I told him this is a very limited design, but they will press your price, like hell, you know. And I said, no, the owner is not willing to let go at this price. Then they also very messy inside one. So during the first viewing, right, he came alone. Then he said I want to look for a second viewing. Then he bring the girlfriend. The girlfriend apparently is a local Chinese, but from East Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
But he himself is a foreigner from some Middle East country, so it's like a bit like very that one. It's like his English is also not very good. The local Chinese also, like, you know, I don't know how they communicate. Okay, that is a side point. Then suddenly, after I show him 1 or 2 units, right? Then he got another friend join in. Is from another Middle East country. So probably one of them is in Iran or something like that. Then the other one is from maybe Egypt, like that. Okay. So this guy I think he's looking for that specific design because they got 2 rooms. He wants 1 room for probably he and the girlfriend. The other one he wants to share the room with another guy. So this other friend came in. Then they went up with us, no? So the friend start asking me questions. Then I say, okay, fine. What do you want to know? You know, then I tell him, hey, I don't know what's wrong with him. He said I give my name card to this guy. Then he said I give my name card to this guy.
Okay.
Which actually I didn't do anything because to me, they are together. Then, but he was asking me a question, so I was telling him, like explaining to him how this thing works, and if you want others, so he has the mentality that I am bypassing him.
Okay.
And then he went downstairs. Then the face very, very, very black and very, very smelly lah. Then he sent a very nasty WhatsApp to me and said, why are you giving my friend your name card? Then I was like, I didn't. Because he's saying something that I didn't. I see it from my eyes that you were passing it when I was in the room. Then I asked him, if you are in the room, how do you see I pass the card to him?
Right.
Very contradicting, very contradicting. Then after that, I was like, it's okay if you want to ask for a card or refer or whatever, we can talk it out, but I never did this thing. So I feel that this person a bit emotionally unstable already. So I didn't really want to deal with him that much. And apparently I also know, because I'm always in that condo, so the operator also know me. So he has the audacity to go and tell the other operators that I am trying to undercut him. Then I was like, you are doing short term, I am doing long term. We are actually in different business. How is it that I'm going to undercut you or whatsoever? And then after 2 days or 3 days, he came on asking. Then he come back. I think he a bit like he already, then cool down already. Then he come back. Then he said, IB, can you help me to talk to this owner? I want this unit. I said, sorry, I don't want to do your business already. I cannot handle your emotion, really.
Yeah.
He go and tell the other operators, and the operator was like, hey, what are you talking about? This girl, she's not doing this one. He's different one. He's not doing in our business. He's only doing long-term stay. He only talks to the owner. Then after that, he realized that he kind of like make it right. And he used, suddenly I felt that I've been stalked, right? You know what he does? Because after I find this guy a bit unstable, then I say like, I also don't want to, I felt that if this is going to be a long term, my owner to go through this thing, Then after that, right, what he did was that he get another number and message me again. Then he get his friend which came together, message me again. Big drama, Then he messaged me again. I say, no lah, I say that unit, the owner is not comfortable. Then he say, no, I think he misunderstood. You didn't give me your name card. I say, this is between you and him. I said, this is between you and him. Anyway, I'm out of this thing. Then I thought that was already done, 2 days later, he used another don't know whose number.
Wow.
And this is like, I felt like I am 被反跟踪. I said,
Yeah.
I think he wants to date you lah.
Yes.
He wants to date you only.
It's not about dating. Because he has the urgency to move. That particular date is macam he give me an impression is that he got kicked out of the unit or what.
Oh, really?
That's why he has an urgency to move by this date, this time. And of course, I also hear a lot of not so good things about him from the operator. That makes me don't even want to accept this business because there is also instances whereby he collected money, but he also did not pay the person well, and he kind of like cheat on his profile as well.
Okay.
So after a lot of things, I just say, it's okay. I for the benefit of my customer. And the best thing is what? Because like what you say, the building is a building by itself, right? Everybody know who's and who, right? So actually the other agent already rejected him also. Nobody wants to do his business. He is that smelly, He is that smelly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But interesting when you mentioned this, okay. This is one of the issues. But however, when it comes, going back to this operator that I was talking about, he's multi-talented. You want to know why? Other than what he's doing, he actually has another business. You guys want to guess what is it?
Tourism.
What kind of business?
What kind of business? You tell me. What kind of business he was also doing?
Something related to Airbnb?
Hey, that's it. You can say that lah. Cannot.
Okay, there's only a few things. Let me guess. Maybe I should get one. Because they are usually saying they are doing trading. But probably human trading. And then sometimes they say they do us food. Then actually, I think they are really multi-talented. They are involved in almost every trade that has to do with their community one. And they probably sometimes
sell durian.
Sell durian, yeah.
Durian, I mean, I don't know. Then
something related to tourist thingy that will do. I think Airbnb's guy will do. Yeah.
Okay, I give you guys the answers. His second business, which is relating to his first one, being operating Airbnb. Why is it relating? His second business, he's actually running a pimp.
I guess that, yeah. That's why I say human trading.
Yeah, just like that. He actually got what was it? He actually got Viet girls, tiger, etc. And the funniest thing is he even do up one website which you can't find. You only found out if he personally sent you that link. How I got to know that was because there was this agent that one time I was actually chatting with him, and we happened to chat about this guy. Of course, I was just asking, how come? Okay, I understand this fellow is like here and there, but really to the point, everyone almost hate him. And then this agent was like saying, of course, I mean, he's not just a horrible pie master. You see all this police raid come here and there also because of him. I said, wow, what happened now? What kind of guest he's bringing? Oh, you don't know, man. Okay, like he take out his phone, click and let me see the website, the pimp website this operator got. I look at it, wow, really? Oh. Here's all the selection you can choose, whichever. What time you need? Here's the phone number. And I said, this from him. So that was in fact, imagine that some of the owners over here, if you ever ran out to Airbnb operator, particularly in KLCC, think of that.
Yeah. Nowadays, in a rental area, is very, very dangerous. You don't know who you rent to. Some youngster,
now all the management is a good friend of police.
Oh yes,
all the better operators, right? You know what they practice is that I see they see this person like a bit bohose, they will call the police themselves. And then they will, and then they will actually goes into the unit and do whatever, Yeah, it's a false alarm lah. But if not a false alarm, then just get them evade out of the room.
Well, they're very interesting, I believe. But when it comes to especially my story and Ivy's story, I think this, to be honest, it's just one of it lah. Especially in whole place in fact, the whole Klang Valley are always full of it. In fact, even Penang also got some interesting story. If you don't know, you can always go to Kapasim. Oops.
Oh, the one with the loved one. I think we stayed.
Yes, that's the one.
So nice, more best view.
Very nice, right?
Best. The mood is right. The view is right. The food maybe is right. The person is right. Okay, let's not try to make it so black. Maybe people just go down is that part of the family planning lah. Part of the family planning stage ma. People go there as couple lah.
You what a nice excuse, family planning.
Sekali we got audience that is under 21 ne. Cannot like that one.
Who know?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay. But other than that, as mentioned, there's always lots of things going on. That's the very reason why, especially for those owners, I mean, this is just one of the stories. But for you as owners, normally most of the time, I can understand owners are always, because of this, a lot of owners, they're always skeptic. They don't trust. And that's the very reason why sometimes quite a number of owners, they are so stubborn, they don't want to give the key to you. I'm pretty sure some of you have experienced this before. And that's the very reason why. You cannot blame them. You can't blame them because they have experienced something. And sometimes some of them, they literally traumatized. I myself over here, I actually have one owner who actually traumatized to the point that he doesn't even want to send his photo to you. Because I remember this very clearly. I actually asked him, if you don't want to give me photos, then how do you advertise?
Yes, exactly.
How do I advertise? But
that day I got one case, one listing. I SMS the owner. Owner say to me is, oh my God, so who is your prospect? Okay, then after I say, okay, because now I don't have, because it's during FMCO, so I don't have prospect, but then why not you give me some detail? Then you got prospect first, Then after I was like, okay, so what is your detail, your unit detail? Can you share me? And then your photo. Never mind, you get your prospectus.
Okay, this one. Okay.
Then after I said, ma'am, I don't have your picture, so I don't know how am I going to share with my prospect. You know what? I talked to you so many times already, but if you don't have prospect, don't come to me. Then I was okay, I have to let go, right?
Okay, this one I need to tell the owners. To those owners who talk just like that, tenant themselves not even necessarily like your property if they never even see the pictures. I have to say this. Really, I must say this.
Yeah, and then I repeat so many times, why I need the photo, why I need the detail, but she refused to get.
But I mean, just out of curiosity, why is it that they are so afraid to give the photo? Is because you are going to use the photo to do it into like what? What are you going to do?
Okay.
Yeah, because I need to do advertise. I need to send to my prospects, see whether they're interested or not. But he mentioned to me is, if you don't have prospect, okay, you cannot get the details.
Yeah,
and I understand that you need actually is I think very high end unit somewhere in Mont Kiara, okay. But I was very curious why the owner don't give the detail out if she or he really want to rent out the unit
Okay, I may have an answer. Because this owner over here, the good news is the fact that thank goodness, this owner over here, he was quite okay because he know that I was also owner in that particular building. So he was willing to share. And I did actually ask him, bro, it's a pictures. How come even these pictures you also do not want to share? I mean, I can understand you want to hold your key, but even pictures, why you don't want? So basically what he said is the fact that previously, you have to remember his property was nicely ID done. It was very nicely ID done actually. One of the best kind for duplex in this building. So he's told me that previously he passed this set of photos to the agent. Now, here's an interesting. Well, that was years ago. So he passed it to an agent to rent. Now, his property has been rented. After that, then of course his property has been rented. But the interesting thing is after that, then you know what he noticed. He suddenly found out that it's not just one agent. Suddenly out of nowhere, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 agents are also using his properties. Using his pictures. Advertise. You see, the thing is that again, this is actually coming down to some of the unethical agents in the sense that they're using another photo to, like what we normally call a fish the prospect. So when a prospect come over, say, "Oh, I love this. Is this your property?" And then the agent say, no, it's just rented out already. Sorry, I'll have another one. There you go. So
and this one I got a story to share also. Okay, continue first.
So basically, this owner, of course, he felt that his pictures, his own property, has been abused already. But basically, his sense of goodwill to that agent also has been abused. And from that owner, he suddenly becomes. I mean, whether or not you want to say, you still want to say, is it logical that? I mean, you also do not want to give your pictures. I mean, how does one person even? I mean, do you actually have plan to rent it yourself? But if you look at it, he will understand. I mean, if you look at it from his point of view, I mean, I suppose logic or not, let's be honest, we all have our limitation, etc. Maybe that was his, and to Pink, maybe that was hers as well. Who knows? It may not be rational, but apparently something happened enough for them to become like this. And to be honest, when it comes to this sort of thing is very easily, it can be easily done actually, due to prevented due to the fact that I'm aware that a lot of owners, they don't practice this. They just call, and some agent call them and they just take this, whatever, etc. The thing is that if for those owners who tend to have doubts, if you have doubts, that's fine. You have the rights. It's okay.
Yes.
But even if let's say have doubts, I do think that there's also something that you can be done. Especially for Pink and Ivy being refuge agents, you can always ask from them for their REN tag. Ask for it. You have your right to ask for it. Normally, what is an REN tag? A tag is, it's just a basic tag with their numbers. Then their numbers is actually approved, or is actually given by the Board of Malaysia, the regulatory bodies that regulating all the real estate, property management, as well as valuer licenses. Redfield is already a licensed real estate agency anyway.
Correct.
So because of that, if you ever have doubt, you just go to the board, click their name, guarantee you that if they are eligible, their name will come up. I think by that point you shouldn't be afraid. Let's be honest. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, mine is this. Actually, there is this one uncle that I've been talking to him for quite some time. And then his unit is one of the biggest unit in that location. Very nicely done, up ID design. And he really get this ID to help him do that. And because that unit itself in that condo, you don't have a lot of units. So apparently the pictures, right, was actually being circulated to others agent. I do not know how they got the pictures, probably, but according to the owner, right, he doesn't actually give up to much agents. I probably there's only myself and another girl that is doing that, but the other lady I also know her one. So it's unlikely to be her because we have been there for very long. So what happens was that this is actually like a two bedroom unit. So the price of the 2-bedroom is, let's say, for example, at 3,000. But somebody is using his picture and advertise it for a 1-bedroom unit. And probably that one bed unit is probably like maybe 1,500, 1,008. So his unit has been left there empty because of this. Because everyone sees the picture. It's supposed to be like that, but you tell me, hey, this is actually a 2-bedroom and the price is this. But I see the advertisement is at 1,000. It's a big gap between 1,000 and 3,000. So he has been left there very empty for a couple of months already. I was like thinking, your unit is so nice, and you wasn't really very, because right now COVID also very difficult to say a price. There is really a sharp decline in the rates there, but it wasn't one of the highest rate. It's supposed to be, if let's say there are really people looking for that kind of layout, it's supposed to be go out. But the whole thing is that they have this very contradicting thing. Like when you see this, the price is actually going at this kind of price. But somebody is advertising it as a very, very much easily 50% off. So the unit is like, every time people go and see, then you will like, no lah, you see this advertisement, this is the price ma. I mean, it's like, why are you overcharging me, when this kind of, you advertise as this price, but not me lah. I'm not the one who advertised. So I got difficulties talking to this prospect that this is not the price for this. So ultimately, I told the owner about this thing. I say, actually, that there is this thing that is happening. I think probably you have to call that agent and ask them to take it down.
Yeah.
Because if they don't take it down, right? But that uncle was a very super nice uncle lah. After that, he tell me what he do. I was also like, wow, 佩服. He called back to the person who put up the advertisement. Actually,
the property agent.
Actually, the property agent also is like they are. He's not familiar with the project there. He's not familiar with the units there. Probably somebody else just give him a picture and say, just go and use whatever picture you want and just blast it up and all. So this uncle called, right? He said, hey, do you know that you're actually using my picture and it's not right, 不应该的，你知道吗？你不可以这样子做的，你要拿下来的。Super nice. The agent who was the one who put it up shouted it back at him and said, Uncle, 现在的价钱是这样子了的，你不可以。
Oh really?
就是他说，现在价钱就是这样子了，你不能讲说你要放高，是没有这样的价钱的。他说，但是你在放的是一房的嘞，他讲说你在放的是一房，我的是2房你不可以拿我的。他就说，你知道吗？你不可以拿我的照片，然后你不能来这样 advertise 的嘞，你要拿下来的嘞。So he is using this kind of very soft approach on him, right? I still see the ad around 咯。
Then at the end, until now, the unit still vacant.
I think it was for quite a long time. That means about 1-2 weeks later. Then through other ways, we were actually waiting for someone to confirm the deal Then after that, somebody else actually give him a deal and he continued because my site was too slow already. I somehow still lose the deal but I'm very paid for this. I very paid for this uncle. 他就说，小妹妹
It's so gentleman.
那你说小妹妹你不可以这样子登广告的嘞，那个不是你的，那个是我的 unit 来的嘞，我的是2房的，你可以拿下来。他说 ，then the lady actually the 小妹妹actually 先讲说 ，uncle 现在价钱就是这样子了，没有不可以改你这做不出的，你 is like
Wow.
I feel that the condo that I'm actually doing now because of the reduction in price, right? They also somehow attract a lot of this kind of 找地股 agent. 找地股. Because your last time, right? Your property probably is 3,000 kind of rental one, but now, right? It's probably because there's like easily 30%. You know the statistics, right? You were the one who actually fulfilled the last time is about 30 to 50% down. So suddenly it became very cheap. Then all the people will think that, this condo suddenly very good to use, very good to rent. People is looking at this place, very cheap. Then suddenly there was an influx of agents coming in. And then the price, they really anyhow throw on. Anyhow throw. The first thing that comes, right, let's say the price was actually always at around of like 2,000 plus or so, right? Then they come, they will chop you at 1,005, 1,003, 1,004. And initially, last time the rate was 3,000. And
yes,
and it's really about
we ran out that time is about 3,000 plus, 3,000 about 3,005. Yeah.
Got for those big units, it was around
Yes.
there, up to 4,000 also got. Then it's like this. They it's really back to the owners where how long can they hold and things like that. And very hard pain. They actually, some of my landlord actually comes back and 炸翻我, KL City Center, okay, 1 bedroom, nicely, property less than 3 years, yeah. And then he say, my rental here is worse than my middle cost apartment in outskirt area, 千幾蚊, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500. Like, now you're telling me KL City Center this kind of rate, but luckily my customers are still not so bad, too low one. Actually, I still think the cheaper the price they try to kind of like press down, right? The quality of the tenant is the big issue. The quality of the tenant that comes in is really a big issue. You will see them coming in a bit. The things they ask very funny one. Macam go to the pasar, and then I want this. I want to buy this chop off. I want to buy this veggie. Okay, 有條葱仔 free 噶啦，OK 噶啦。Then mine 1,000. Yeah, 1,700. You want or not? I can only pay 700. But in the first place, 700 you dare to come and see 1,000 property. Very weird, right?
Yeah. And someone in KL.
You are also wasting my time.
Center.
I mean, to put it in place, you're also wasting my time, You only are buyer like 700. Not to say that we are not don't want to do your business or whatever but you have the mentality that you can. Yes, this is the buyer's market, it is the tenant's market right now, but some of them is they really come with a price that is really out from the space one. Don't know from where. What is the basis? What is
don't know the market, like don't know the market price like that.
And then they will tell you, they try you go and try first, you talk to the owner first,
Oh, okay.
My owner replied me back, he say, I scared later I rent out 1 year, I take back my unit, I got more things to handle. It's that kind of 麻烦, I mean, you remember last week you share your fantasy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is very scary, Yeah.
Well, interesting that. Anyway, so as mentioned before, supposedly our session is supposed to be half an hour, but today is also 1 hour.
Every time also over 30 minutes. Okay.
I think we should just set 1 hour next time. But next time 1 hour cannot be 1.5 hours. People, because everyone only got 1 hour break. Tea break only 1 hour.
Tea break, yes.
The minute they sit down, they buka, hear us talk first, and then they will just continue having their tea. 1 hour later, go back to work. Ngam ho. Okay, we come to 1 hour already. Today,
bye bye.
Alright, so if that's the case, again, if you guys find this episode interesting, well, feel free to catch us next time. I think next one is what? When? Saturday, Tuesday?
Tuesday,
same time.
Remember to like and receive our notifications. So whenever we have actually a live, you'll be notified. Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you.
So like us, okay? Share more, please. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I cannot see my hand. Ta-da.
Ta-da.